Now the next step, as you recall, is we're going to get these, all of the middle edges in, outer and inner. And what we're going to want to do is, again, we're going to want to prep it. And we're going to want to prep it by putting these two non-bandage sides in first, because it's going to be very difficult as we're turning and manipulating, these won't turn. So again, we're going to do it from the opposite. If we're going to look for a green one here, if we can't find a green one, we move it in from up here. If we can't find one from up there, then we find it from somewhere else, like up here. So we're just going to kind of intuit our way into it. Well, actually, there's one here that we can do. So I'm going to move this up like so, move it in so that it's opposite here. Then I've got to move my white one down. It's really as simple as that. Once I have it here, I'm going to replace it with this one. So move it across here, turn it, move it back, being sure to turn my white one back in. So this is fine. How about this? Well, nothing on this side. Borrow one from up here. We can borrow it from here. So we'll just move this into place. This comes across, down, and up. And then we move the white one back in. Oop, white one back in. So it's going to become clear why we're doing this in a bit and how easy we're making our lives with this. So now we have to move another red one in. Nothing here. So we're going to have to move it in from here. Let's do it from this side so I don't do some strange movements. So this will come down and up. I'm going to move this out of the way here so I can move all my white ones back down. So down, and my other white one down. So all this is fine. I put my red right here. So let's move it to, so it's over here, move it into position. And then move my white one down. So there you have it. This is prepped and this is prepped. Now, why did I do that? What possible use could I have? Well, remember how kind of tough it was? We had to maneuver things in the Saturn cube. This just made things a lot easier. The presence of these non-bandaged sides means that I don't have to worry about putting these guys in from the outer areas. They're already in and they remain fixed. So here's what I mean. If I wanted to move the green and red one in, we find it. Here it is, green and red. We're not going to be using this green. We don't need to. All I have to do is whatever side is facing out like this is line it up with the right middle and just move it from here to here. And I don't have to put the right inner ones in because it's already set up. So in this case, holding it here, we'll do our F, R, I, F, I, R. And see, it already did that. And the great thing about this is you do the same thing with the other sides that are abutting the non-bandaged side. The difference is because this is bandaged, we have to actually fill in the yellow one. We can't count on this one to be fixed in place like here. So an example of what I mean, we'll do the orange and green. Find it, here it is, orange and green. But I've got to move an orange one in place. So there's an orange one here, put that in place over here. Now once I do that, I'm going to move it to the side, move it down here so that the green is facing up, and then I'll put it over here. So what I'm going to want to do is move this to the side. Don't move it this way because you're going to go into the bandaged side and it's not going to work. Move it this way, I'm sorry, to the non-bandaged side. I keep confusing that, don't I? This way in order to place the green one up and the yellow one, orange one to the side. So I'll just move it down here. And do it twice. Alright, so what I did is put it here. I'm going to rotate this here and then just rotate this green and orange one into here. I don't have to put a green one in place, already here. So I'm only doing half the work as I did with the other cubes. Put it in, bingo. So let's go to the other side, the red and the blue, and there it is here. So the one that I have to put in is I can't rely on the blue one. Putting a blue one here, I have to put it over here. So let's move this up and then find a blue to put into position. And here's one over here. Zanga, there it is over there. Now let's do it to where we point the red one up and do the same thing. Okay, so the blue is on its proper center. The red one is just going to greet this one, which is going to remain fixed. And there it is, it's in place. So now all we have left is this one, and this is the only one that's similar to the Saturn and the Uranus one where we have to actually work on both corners. So let's find the blue and orange. Here's the blue and orange, so we need to bring the blue one up, find one where we can use, maybe we can use this one. So move this over here, move it down, up. Now bear in mind we put this one up, so we're going to have to fix that later. But move this into place here, move the white one down, and now just remember to move this one back so that it's back here, and then we move the white one down. So it reconstitutes this side. The overall effect is we put this blue one in, now we have to deal with the orange. So I'm going to use this orange, and by that I'm going to move it down here and up. So it'll blast this one out, but only for a moment. Move this here so that we've made this side, and then move this down like so. Puts that in for the time being, but then we have to get our green back. So 1, 2, we got that back, and then we move it down. By moving this back down, it put this back up. I know this seems kind of convoluted, but as you're doing it, you'll see that it's really not. You're just putting sides in and reconstituting it. Now we just move it from here to here, and this is the only one where we had to get both of the inners. And bingo! We have our bottom cross and our middle cross. Probably the easiest of the Jovian cubes to do that.